Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. This one's mainly for people who are just starting the game. So literally, you just want to play the game because maybe your favorite streamer is playing the game, or you're just interested in Yu-Gi-Oh and you just want to jump into it. I'm literally just going to be going through like what to do early on in order to like actually get the cards you want. So as soon as you start the game on a fresh account, you're going to get like a couple gems. I think it's like 1,000, 2,000, not entirely sure. And you're going to want to immediately go into the shop. Why? Because you're going to be tempted to buy like these packs, like, whoa, look at this, look at that, look at all these. You don't want these. These are not it. This is it, the structure decks right here. You're going to see a list of structure decks. And if you're just starting the game and you're completely new to Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just going to tell you what to buy, bro. If you already know the game, buy what you want. But this guide is for people who really don't know and they just want help from somebody who plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. The best structure decks you can buy, Magician, a Pendulum, it's a little more complicated, but it's very, very good. You buy 3 copies and each is like 500 gems each. So you're going to need to spend 1,500 gems and you can build a competitive deck that allows you to grind the early game and get all the gems and cards you want. Or another deck that I actually recommend more than the Pendulums, because the Magician and Pendulum structure deck is very good. Like, trust me, it's like one of the best decks you can get in early game and it'll grind you throughout the entire early game and even in ranked ladder. But this other one called Burning Spirits is very good too. It's a little more easier to play because the combos are a lot more easier. And I would recommend this over the Pendulum one if you're just starting the game, just because it's usually you just do the same thing every single game. Yeah, your hands are different and sometimes you have to play around it, but the end goal is usually the same exact thing. I do recommend this really, really heavily because once you buy 3 of the structure deck, you're going to be able to make a deck. Let me show you how one of the decks could look like. So this is how one of the structure decks looks like when it's like fully built. Like this is like completely maxed out. You're not going to have this when you start out. There's going to be a couple cards you don't have. You're not going to have this card because you need to craft it. You're not going to have these cards because you need to craft them. But pretty much essentially, you're just going to have the core. There's also cards in the extra deck which you're not going to have. But it's not a big deal because essentially, you're going to have the core. And that's the most important part of the deck. Now on my channel, I have videos for the Masterduel structure decks. I make like budget versions. So if you're just like getting into the game, you can make a very cheap version that's like competitively viable. Or if you've been playing a while, you can make an even more expensive version. And I have both versions on my channel. So be sure to check that out if you're wondering like, oh, how to make it. I'm not going to be going over it in this video because I've already done it. So let's say you make the structure deck and you're like, okay, cool. I made the structure deck. Now what do I do? You're going to be playing solo mode. It's called Duel Training. You're going to be doing the first option, the one with the dragon on the picture on the right. The reason you want to do this is because the first 3 missions are insane. The first mission, you get a card called Raigeki. This card literally says destroy all your opponent's monsters. This card is so powerful that you can only have, I think, like 1 or 2 copies in your deck, max. That's it. And you get it for free. It's very, very good. The next card you get is, maybe if you know about Yu-Gi-Oh, you've seen this card. It's called Monster Reborn. AKA, you literally just bring back any monster that dies. It's so good. The third mission gives you a pretty bad card, I'm not gonna lie. It's called Marinating Captain. Just forget about him. He's garbage. But the fourth mission gives you Reinforcement of the Army. This is going to be useful in any deck that runs warriors. Now, you might not understand what warriors are right now, but as you play more of the game and you see the decks that other people have, you might want to build a warrior deck. This is the best warrior spell card in the entire game. In the entire game, you get it for free. And you can only run 1 in your deck. That's how powerful it is. You get it for free right at the start. So yeah, I recommend doing the first 4 missions. That's all you need to do. The rest of the story mode, it's cool if you want to like experience how like the backstory of the cards and all that. The only noteworthy items that you get from the story mode is I think you get like this baby blue dragon, you get a field, you get like a field skin, you get card sleeves, and you get icons. But you can buy all of those from the shop. You don't need to do all these missions. It's like I just did it because I wanted the gems, but you don't need to do it. So let's say you built a structure deck, which I do recommend you doing first. And then you did the first 4 missions of the story mode. You got those 3 extremely powerful cards. What are you going to do now? Oh, you're just going to duel. You're going to enter into ranked duels, and you're probably going to be rookie if you're just starting out. Don't worry, bro. Equip the structure deck and just play the game. If you don't really know what you're doing, it's completely fine. Just play, read your cards, read. Yeah, you're going to need to read. You're going to read all your cards as you play and just like, formulate combos, ideas. And if you watched my video on the structure decks, I mean, I teach you how to do the combos, or you can figure it out on your own. You're just gonna play like what, like 1, 2, or 3 matches, and after that, you're gonna get like so many gems. You're gonna click on the top right of the screen where it says missions. This is one of the most important places in the entire game, because this is where you claim all of your gems. And gems are so important because without gems, you're not gonna be able to buy new cards and all that. Now, the next part is literally, what are you gonna do with all the gems you collected? I'm gonna give you what I would do. If I was a new player, this is what I would do. But I'll also tell you what you might want to do. But not everybody wants to have the best cards in the game. Sometimes people just want to make a cute deck. Like if they see Sykkuno playing heroes, they're like, I want to build heroes. I'll talk more about that later, why that's not the best option. But for now, this is exactly what I would do. I would get the Duel Pass, because the Duel Pass essentially costs 700 gems. And when you level it up completely, and yeah, it takes a couple gems, but it lasts like 2 or 3 months. You get all of your gems back, plus you get a free Squishmallow, bro. You get a background, and you get ultra rare tokens. Literally, it just gives you so much stuff. I only recommend a Duel Pass if you play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're not going to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's no reason to get this. But the bundle deals, always get the bundle deals. These are so good, especially for new players. You remember that card Raigeki I talked about earlier? It's like destroy all your opponent's monsters. This card's like Raigeki on crack. It literally says destroy all your opponent's monsters. Also, you can destroy all your opponent's spell or traps, but you can only choose one. It just gives you so much versatility. It also gives you 10 free packs, which can be cards to any of the packs in the entire game. You know what that means, right? That means a little bit of gambling, baby. That means you're going to be opening up these packs. You're going to be seeing what you get. Heck, maybe you get the hero card you wanted. Maybe you get the Blue Eyes you wanted or the Dark Magician. I don't know, bro. It's all luck at that point. It's gambling. It's fun. I do highly recommend these bundle packs. They give you extremely good cards. Just get it if you can. After you bought all the bundle packs, you're going to have a lot of cards in your collection. That's when you can start decrafting and crafting cards, which I'll go over very, very quickly. Okay, so after you open up all those packs, you're going to have a lot of cards in your collection. They have this little option at the bottom left where it says dismantle. These tokens are very, very important because you can literally, if you need a card, you don't need to open up a pack for it. You can just make it, but you need the necessary tokens. And this game has a ratio of, in order to craft like a card, you need to give up 3 copies of a card of a similar level, unless it's shiny. Like this guy. This guy's a little bit shiny. You see it? He's a little bit glossy. He's a glossy boy. This guy is worth like 1.5. Essentially, you need 2 of these guys in order to craft one of this big, ugly beard dude. So what I recommend doing is at the top right, it'll say standard and it'll show this icon. It might be a little different for you. Just click it. It'll change what the cards display. Like it'll show the level, the attribute. I generally know what all the monsters are because I'm a freaking nerd and I play this game a lot. So I always have it display on a normal and rare. So if I'm building a deck and I'm like, bro, I need one Fiendish Rhino Warrior. I need one of these. I'll just craft it. Boom. Done. I don't have to worry about if it's super high rarity, if I'm not going to be able to do it. Like I immediately see it. And if it's a low rarity, I can just craft it. Now, the final thing I wanted to talk about in this video is, okay, you got a bunch of gems. Now what? Now what are you going to do? Well, if you want to build Blue Eyes, let me show you a little secret. All right. Blue Eyes. Let's look it up right here. Like, whoa, look at all these blue eyes, right? Now, let me take off the veil, let's say. I'm going to click the icon I was just talking about, and we're going to show the rarity. Now, look at that. You want to build blue eyes, you need ultra rare. You need 3 copies of this, okay? You want to build blue eyes, you need one of these. You need, I don't know if you need this guy, but he's super rare. Maybe you need him. You need this blue eyes card. You need this blue eyes card. You need blue eyes himself. He's an ultra rare, bro. You need this card. You need this card. Like, let's look at the deck already. So, already the deck has 3 ultra rares, 3 super rares, 3 super rares. Like, it's just super expensive. That's what they get you. The people who made this game aren't dumb. They know that new players come in and they see like streamers playing like popular decks, like Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Heroes. And you know what they do? They go like, all right, you want to build those decks? You're going to have to pay a lot of money. Because in order to build Blue Eyes, you're going to need to use all your resources for it. So that's my tip. It's not just Blue Eyes either. If we look up Dark Magician is an ultra rare. He is hard. Dark Magician Girl, super. Like, it's literally, dude, it's not cheap. This game is not cheap if you want to play popular decks. So that's why I highly recommend the structure decks, because it literally gives you these expensive cards for really cheap. Because it's like 500 gems and you get like a whole deck of cards. You buy 3 copies, you have 3 copies of the really expensive cards. So in recap, if you just skipped to this part, essentially in this video all I talked about was, if you're starting the game originally, buy structure decks. Buy 3 of the structure deck that I mentioned. You're going to go into solo mode, you're going to do the first 4 missions, and then you're going to upgrade your deck. You're going to put in the powerful Monster Reborn, the Raigeki. You're also going to claim the gems, because you're going to get a bunch of gems for free. Now you're just going to play ranked. You're going to play 1, 2, 3 missions. It doesn't matter, because after you play those 3 or 2 missions, you're going to get even more gems. That's when the game gets interesting, because now you can go into the shop. You have like 4,000, 5,000 gems. I recommend you buying the bundles. But if you want to build a deck right away, you can. I've seen my friends try to do that. It doesn't work out. I do recommend buying the bundles, because you're going to get a bunch of free cards. When you open up those packs, it's going to be exciting. You might pull something really cool. You might even pull like a card that you didn't even know was in the game, but it's so beautiful and cool that you just want to build that deck. That's when I think you're going to fall in love with the game. Regardless, I hope this video helped you. If you want to see more stuff like this, dude, check out my channel, leave a comment. I'll reply to the comments, and also subscribe if you like me, bro. If you like my style of content, you like my videos, subscribe. Regardless, maybe I'll catch you next time. I gotta go, and that's it for now. Peace. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. You can check out all the new content I'm going to be making, but besides that, hope you have a great day. See ya.